Our big point is, I don't know, drama in Dallas. Look, some shows put the
Classic.
capital J in journalism, right? Like they want to come out and give you just the facts. And we like to do a lot of that. We strive to make everybody smarter. But this show today is going to put the capital D in drama, the big D in drama, because there's always drama in Dallas. So let's take a look at some of the biggest storylines happening throughout the course of Dallas and figure out what level of drama we're giving it. So we start with with Jerry Jones and America's team, right? So we start with the Jerry versus Micah drama, and this is where everybody is right now. Everybody's trying to figure out what's going to happen. Jerry Jones, Micah Parsons, and Jerry Jones went on Michael Irvin's podcast last night and made it very clear that when they presented an offer he thought that had been agreed to, the agent for Micah Parsons told him to stick it up his rear end, and I'm saying that more politely than he did on Micah. So looking at the level of drama that we put, like what level of D in drama are we putting on this one, Caroline Fenton?
It's such unnecessary drama. It's unnecessary D. That's exactly what this is. The Jerry and Micah, off-season chronicles. Total and complete unnecessary D. Because why can't we just figure out a resolution here when it's really, really obvious to all of us what's already going to happen or what we think will happen? Because it's what happened with CeeDee Lamb and Jerry Jones during his contract negotiations last season. This is what happened with Dak Prescott and Jerry Jones and their contract negotiations the years before. And this is what happened with Ezekiel Elliott and Jerry Jones even before all of that. So we now have 3 sample sizes just in the last few years of Jerry Jones trying to drag out these contract negotiations as long as humanly possible. It's unnecessary. We all know, or at least I expect, and I'm willing to bet a whole lot of money, that at the end of all of this, Micah Parsons is a Dallas Cowboy and will be for the foreseeable future, and he will be the highest paid non-quarterback in the National Football League. I know it, Fitz, you know it. I think everybody listening knows it. I think it's clear to everybody in America who's following this situation that that is going to be what the case is. So why all of this drama? Why all of the scrubbing your social media of anything Dallas Cowboys related? Why is Jerry Jones going on Michael Irvin's podcast? Which, to be honest with you, I didn't even know that Michael Irvin had a podcast, but now I know. So why are we going on the podcast? And you see it right there, Micah Parsons on his Twitter. TBD, where it used to say Dallas Cowboys, it now says TBD, and you can see it. He changed his profile photo. He changed his header on Twitter to a photo of him at Penn State, where both of those photos used to be Dallas Cowboys related. This isn't the first time that we've seen a player scrub their social media of anything from their teams in contract negotiations, but all of it fits. It's all such unnecessary D, unnecessary drama when we all know how this situation is going to be resolved. And it's going to be Micah in Dallas.
Okay, so to me, this is the huge D in drama. Okay, huge D in drama. But I'm about to get a little controversial. Just stick with me here. I'm starting to think this isn't all Jerry Jones' fault. And I know that everybody wants to pile on Jerry Jones. But this morning, I was watching Get Up, and I was listening to Dan Graziano talk a little bit about the negotiations and more of the Michael Irvin process, right? And when you listen to what Jerry Jones said to Michael Irvin, he made it clear that he sat down one-on-one with Micah Parsons. That's not new reporting. But he also made it clear that he sat down and discussed numbers with Micah Parsons. In fact, part of the reason he was offended that the agent told him to stick it up his rear end is because he felt he'd already moved in negotiations with Micah. That Jerry Jones feels that he and Micah Parsons talked specific numbers, and they actually did a negotiation together that was then presented to his agent. At this point, I need to hear from Micah Parsons. Like, that's a different allegation than we've heard anywhere through this process of he said, she said throughout the course of this negotiation. For Jerry Jones to come out and say, hey, we talked specific dollars, he's talked a little about that. But when he actually lays it out for you, Graziano pointed out today, yes, that Dak Prescott had to go to dinner with Jerry Jones. Okay, but they didn't talk numbers. Zeke and Jerry didn't talk specific numbers. I have an agent now in sports media. I had an agent in music. I cannot imagine if I sat down with the bosses at Yahoo and I came to an agreement with the bosses of Yahoo and then they went and presented it to my agent told him to shove it up their rear end, I'd be irritated too. If in the music business, when we were touring all over the world, if I sat down with the promoter and said, you know what, I'll play that show for $100,000, and then our agent came in and said, no, he wants $200,000. It would ruin the relationship with that promoter. We have spent so much time trying to figure out where Jerry's in the wrong, but we haven't heard Micah specifically come back and talk about this. I need to know from Micah Parsons' mouth, not from his agent, not from Jerry. I've got to hear the other side of the story, because right now it certainly feels to me like if they did sit down and come to some sort of an agreement financially, I understand why Jerry's pissed off. And I'm with you. I don't see Micah playing anywhere else, but it's hard for me to blame Jerry if Micah did in fact sit down with him one-on-one, man-to-man, and say, yes, that's the money I want. Yes, that's the terms I want. Yes, that's all good. Take it to my agent. There's something we all know if you've ever had an agent. The minute somebody starts talking money, you say, whew, there's like a stock answer that I've said a million times in my life. Man, I would love to do this. This sounds awesome to me. I don't really handle the numbers, so you got to talk to my agent. Like, that's normal. If Micah didn't do that, I have a hard time, Caroline, putting all of this blame just on Jerry.
But in fair, how many contract negotiations has Micah Parsons done himself? One. How many contract negotiations has Jerry Jones done as the owner and general manager of the Dallas Cowboys? Hundreds, if not close to thousands. So isn't Jerry Jones kind of culpable in this as well? Of, look, Micah Parsons I don't think, needs to explicitly say, well, I need to talk to my agent first. If Jerry Jones isn't willing to negotiate or talk with the agent, or even have the agent try and push for a little bit of, extra on the top for Micah Parsons, I kind of put that on Jerry Jones. Because of course Micah Parsons wants his agent to be involved. Of course he wants his agent to do some of the negotiating with him. And so he is up to date and abreast of all of the information that Micah Parsons and Jerry Jones discussed and negotiated and agreed to, if we're going to take Jerry Jones at what he said face value. I also don't know if we can take everything that Jerry Jones says at face value, because in every negotiation in life, and especially in sports, there is his side, there is the other side, and then there is the truth. And the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. That Jerry Jones's perspective of the situation, or the way that he wants to kind of paint the situation publicly, is one thing. Micah Parsons has a completely different bottom line, as does David Mulugeta, his agent. And the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. And look, David Mulugeta is an incredibly accomplished and successful agent in the National Football League. I mean, he's negotiated hundreds of contracts himself. He is Deshaun Watson's representation. He's Jordan Love's representation. I mean, he represents so many players in this league and has gotten done so many contracts in this league. I mean, he even represents George Pickens, Micah Parsons' teammate in Dallas, who just agreed to a new deal. So there's one common denominator here. It's not David Mulugeta. It's not Micah Parsons. It's Jerry Jones. Now, is this 100% on Jerry Jones? No, it's never 100% on anyone in any kind of situation like this, or at least in most situations like this. But if I have to, chop up the blame pie here, I'm giving Jerry Jones the biggest slice of them all.
I got to at least hear Micah's side. All right, let's get to the next piece of drama, and we'll figure out what level of D and drama we're putting for this. Jerry versus Jimmy, okay? Because we've got the documentary out there everybody's paying attention to, and Jeff Pearlman, who literally wrote a book about the Cowboys, is out here screaming about the fact that Jerry's trying to take credit for the Herschel Walker trade when that was all Jimmy's credit. What level of D and drama are you putting on this?
Oh, Jerry just needs to get over this, D. Jimmy needs to get over this, D. This is old D, old drama. I'm over it. I mean, it's now, decades old, Fitz. I'm not worried about this, D. It's old. Get over it.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's old, and frankly, like, who cares? At this point, who cares who gets the credit for any of it? Like, for most of us sitting around, especially if you're a Cowboys fan, you care a lot more if your team actually wins a football game than you do about what happened back when Herschel Walker was traded. Like, I'm the old man on this show, and I barely remember when Herschel Walker was traded. So let's just calm it down on whether or not this Deion drama actually means anything. What about Deion Sanders? I like this, a little bit of Deion drama. Deion versus humility, let's say. In the Netflix docuseries drama, he said he's the reason the Cowboys didn't three-peat in the 90s. I love this quote. You're darn right. I'm the reason, the season, the treason. What level in D and drama do you give this one?
Oh gosh, I just love Deion Sanders. That's some prime time D.
Mm.
That is some prime D because Deion Sanders is the exact same now that he was then, and I love it. I don't think Deion is ever going to want to stir up drama, but drama does seem to follow him wherever he goes, and he just throws a little bit of gasoline in the fire every single time, and I'm here for it.
Oh, Coach Prime is basically like a real housewife. He says he doesn't want the drama, but also loves the
Ugh,
drama. I give this legendary
lives
D.
for the D.
It's legendary D in drama. I would expect nothing less from Prime than to just come in and understand and to rhyme it too. I'm the reason, the season, the treason. I don't even think he had that pre-written, which makes it even more impressive. What about this level of drama? Brian Schottenheimer versus himself. Because look, Schotty, the new head coach, Cowboys have looked shoddy to say the least. See what I did there? Coming into the season, what's the level of drama, D and drama here for Schottenheimer versus Schottenheimer, considering how the Cowboys have looked?
I don't need this D. Okay. There's enough D in Dallas. There's enough drama going on with everything else with Jerry and the Jones family and Micah Parsons and the team and the roster. And now with the America's Team docuseries coming out, it's uncovering all of this, old 90s and early 2000s D. Brian Schottenheimer, love you, bud, but I don't need your D.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I said it originally. It's like small D because it's a little bit of drama. I mean, the Cowboys look terrible in the preseason. That's a little bit of drama, but it's also sort of useless D to me. All the same, useless D in drama because of all the
Yeah.
things that we have to worry about. I will point out all of the hand wringing and all of the oh my god, the Cowboys haven't looked good enough. It's the preseason, y'all. Like, if you are a good football team, the preseason doesn't matter. If you are a bad football team, the preseason doesn't matter. It only matters because we're so football starved as a society that we're trying to fall in love based on like a Tinder profile. Just keep swiping. It's going to be fine. Like, go on a date, figure it out. Week one's right around the corner. Who cares how your team looks right now? This is useless small D and drama. Let's get one more in here because speaking of Netflix series, we've got a Netflix series coming back. America's Sweetheart, Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders
Yes.
coming back for their third season in 2026. People love it. I mean, to come back for a third season for Netflix means people love it. So congratulations. But what's the level in D and drama we're putting for the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader series returning?
Oh, it is huge drama. This may be the most important D of all in Dallas. I mean, if you have not watched this show, please give yourself an hour. Just watch one. Oh, I mean, obviously, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders are iconic. The brand is probably one of the biggest ones, if not the biggest one, and in terms of cheerleaders in the National Football League. But the behind the scenes, the drama, the backstabbing, everything that it takes to make this team. Oh, it's the most important D, the most important and biggest drama of them all, Fitzy.
Oh, it's itty bitty teeny weensy tiny D in drama for me. Like
You haven't even
look,
watched it. You can't even say.
look, I'm gonna give a take that people aren't gonna like, Caroline Fenton, and I'm gonna die on this hill. I'm gonna plant this flag. NFL cheerleaders are useless. Like look, I'm sorry. I love cheerleaders at the college level and what it brings for the atmosphere and all of those things, right? But if we're being real, if they eliminated cheerleading from the sideline of NFL games, how many fewer season tickets would be sold to any football game? I understand that, at some point it's ambassadors outside of that trying to bring people to the sport, all of those different things. Fine. All of it, to me, it just engages creepy dudes in the stands. It doesn't need to engage. It doesn't actually bring in additional fans. Like, it's just NFL cheerleading to me. Look, I respect everybody that does it. I just think if it was eliminated, people would scream about it for about a month and then we would forget it ever existed.
They're not there to sell season tickets. They're not there to completely uproot and change the organization and bring in tens of millions of dollars. It's a fun thing, and I'm here for it.